It's go time. It is go time. It is go time. We're live in this thing. What if I told you? What if I told you we can build $1 million business and do it in 12 months? Would you believe me? Would you believe me? Let's make sure we get NC on here. Can we get NC on here? Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, NC. Are we there? Are we there? Boom, we in that thing. We are in that thing. Welcome back, game changers. Welcome back, hustlers. Welcome back. Today we're changing your life, right? Because today we're changing my life. Every single day, what are we doing? We're building $1 million business and we're doing it in public. Man, we're on episode 38. Episode 38 already. So I'm super stoked, super excited that our consistency has been there. Not only have we been super consistent, you guys have been super consistent about rocking with your boy. So I appreciate that. What does this mean for you? Who am I? Let's tap right into this thing. Let's get it going. Man, I'm Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy across social media. Former Army vet, spent 6 years in the military, 2 tours overseas, 1 during 9/11. So shout out to my veterans. The other thing too is I'm a former technology executive, was part of an executive team. We sold a technology company at the end of 2018. Since then, I became an entrepreneur in 2023. I became a full-time entrepreneur in 2023. So nobody pays me. I paid myself, right? That's what entrepreneurship is about. We're trying to get away from that typical 9-to-5 and develop our own thing. That's what we're doing. In addition to that, I created a company. And what am I doing this year? Man, I told myself this year in 2026, I'm going to teach thousands of people how to create their own wealth system and do it live, right? And do it public. That's exactly what I do each and every day. So if it's your first time here, thank you for joining. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. That was for you. Listen, here's the thing. I want like-minded individuals like yourself to be here. So what does that mean? I invite you to invite other people who's on that hustler's journey, people who believe in themselves more than believing in other people, people who want to change themselves so they can create freedom for themselves, people who want to actually have a playbook so they can create generational wealth for themselves. You're in the right place, right? So you're in the right place. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining. So this is the thing. Today we're going to be streaming across Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, as well as YouTube. I'm using all my channels because visibility and exposure is going to help us generate the right environment and the right people to be part of this community as well, right? So we had 2 goals that we created here in 2026. One is I created a newsletter, and we're going to grow that newsletter to $1 million, and we're going to do it in 12 months. So we're 10 months, 10 and a half, we're 10 months into this thing. The second goal we have for this year is to build an ecosystem to 50,000 subscribers. So if you want to know where we're at today, we're about 6,000. That continues to grow, but we need to get to 50,000 by the end of the year. So I got the link that's on the screen. Sign the link or the floating banner. You know what to do. Sign up for the newsletter, and so we can grow that thing together. Why is this so important? One is because I work with so many different people who want to have a wealth playbook for themselves, right? But they don't know how to get started. Maybe no one else in their family's ever done it before. They forgot how to dream, right? How to be a dreamer, right? And so they come here and they want to find inspiration. They want to find the systems and the know-how so you too can develop your $1 million playbook. That's exactly what this is. This is a $1 million playbook. I take you behind the scenes. I share with you conversations that I have. I talk to you about the setup, the automations, the infrastructure, everything. I even tell you how much I spend on everything, right? Because I want to be an open book for you so you too can develop your own playbook here in 2026. So let me pause and say thank you. I see more and more people coming in. Thank you for joining. Today we're going to be on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. So do me a favor, family. Show me some love. Show yourself some love. Drop your first name. Say who you are, what platform you're streaming from. I will say thank you and welcome for coming. But also, it's going to be so important when we get to that part where we start spending like dollars on advertising. We need to know where our return on investment comes from. So that's going to be important for me to be able to share with you. So yeah, go ahead and drop your information, and you know what to do. Sign up for the newsletter. Pat, what are we talking about today? Y'all know your boy like to talk because I like to try to get out as much information as possible in a short amount of time. Every segment is only 30 minutes long. Each segment is designed to do one thing, push you 1% forward, right? So we can get 1% better each and every day so we can build and maintain our $1 million wealth system. What are we talking about today in episode 38? Episode 38 is the entrepreneur's overload. So this is, man, if I'm keeping it 100 with you, this is real talk. This is how I'm feeling. These are the emotions. These are the things we're going through. And we'll talk about like the workload, the stress and everything else, and then how we're maintaining all that good stuff. So we're on episode 38. If this is your first time here and you're like, man, I want to learn more, Because this is episode 38, that means there's 37 additional episodes out there, right? Meaning I created a playlist on my YouTube. It's called Building a $1 Million Business, right? That playlist is active today and it's free. Every single episode is only 30 minutes long. So you may want to peep that before those disappear, because we know how social media is. They like to get rid of content to save space for more content coming in. So you want to check those out, all right, if you haven't done that. I call them good Netflix and chill series because every single episode is packed. I have not had one person, not one, and I've been doing this since January the 11th. Not one person has slid into my DM and said they never got any value out of it. I guarantee you're going to walk away with some type of value. So let me pause. I see family coming in. Thank you, Insta. I see you. Thank you, LinkedIn. I see you. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, family. I appreciate you. Thank you, Facebook. I see you, family, as well as YouTube. Everybody's tapping in. We're in the right place. So let's get into this thing, right? What if I told you you can build $1 million business and do it in 12 months? Would you believe me? That's exactly what we're doing. Every day we go behind the scenes to show you just how. And what we're doing now is reality check. I see you. I see you. Was it Glennis? I see you, family. Thank you. So what are we doing now, right? What is this episode about? This is the entrepreneur's overload. So my decisions, they were absolutely right. But the work, man, the work is heavier than what I thought it was going to be. Like going live every single day, implementing systems, having discussions, creating content. There's a lot of shit that's going on right now. So I would like to unpack some of that stuff with you. And hopefully you guys give me some energy. You give me some good love so we can work through this thing together. So let's get into it. So here's the thing. Let's just be honest. Here's the thing. Growth pressure is a privilege. We know that much. But pressure is still pressure, is it not? So let me start here and say this. Overload is a sign of expansion. All right, I'm going to get at the positive stuff before we get into the talking points. Overload is a sign of expansion, but that doesn't feel like a collapse to me. Like I don't feel like I'm collapsing. I just feel like I can feel the pressure. I can feel it. I can really feel it. It feels like compression, like you're being compressed, like there's this heavy air around you, right? You can feel it in your chest. You feel it in your shoulders. I feel the compression. It feels like I'm being stretched farther than my capacity is actually is allowed me to expand. And now I'm sitting in that gap, right? I'm not failing, but I am stretching and I feel it. I mean, and I know a lot of entrepreneurs are out there the same way. You make these business decisions, you start spending money, you start getting clients, you start onboarding, you start having conversations, you start investing in systems. All this is going on, and yet you're happy, but you can feel that pressure. Like that pressure is absolutely real. And that's where I'm at today. Like, let me help you understand this too. There's a difference. Like there's a difference between chaos caused by bad decisions and chaos caused by acceleration. What I'm feeling right now, it isn't regret. It's the weight of all those decisions and the work that I have to do with the decisions that I made. So I see more family coming in. Thank you guys for joining. Today's episode, we're talking about the entrepreneur's overload, right? And how do we get unstuck from that? We're going to be streaming across everything. I got my content. I'm missing my damn comments right there. There we go. I see you, family. We got Rob Dunn, YouTube, ATX. I see you, family. I see all my TikTok coming in. Thank you, as well as my Instagram family. So let's do this. We talked about the difference between chaos and bad decisions, right? And then chaos from acceleration. What I'm feeling right now is the weight from accelerating. I'm trying to accelerate, build $1 million business in public, install systems, automations, have discussions. I'm doing everything, and we're doing it in 12 months. So behind the scenes, when I'm not on camera, man, that's a lot that's going. And if I'm being honest right now, my capacity is lagging behind my ambition. Like I'm super ambitious, but because I can't get everything done in the time that I want to get it done, it creates that stress, it creates anxiety, it creates that frustration, right? And that's real tension for me. Like I keep reminding myself that that's the growth edge. Lean into that. Like that's the edge you need to have as an entrepreneur. You need to lean into that, not shy away from it. What I found though is a lot of people that I have conversations with behind the scenes is they reach this point in their business and then they stop because the pressure is too much, right? Or because they haven't adopted the right systems or the right playbook to get them beyond that point. What we're trying to do is get beyond that point. We understand that pressure is not going to last forever, but it is today. So we got to figure out how we're going to work through that, all right? So let's talk about my decisions. So my decisions right now, I was right. Let me just say that I was right. I'm right. I'm 100% always right. But the work is harder. No, I wouldn't say it's harder, but it's heavier than I expected, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys. Because I'm building $1 million business and I'm doing it in public and I'm live, right? So you got to be on camera. You got to write scripts. You got to have playbooks. You got to do all this kind of stuff that I've been doing behind the scenes, right? And so if I'm being perfectly honest with you guys, this shit is heavy. It is. I want to own something. Like I want to own this 100%. I optimized for speed, but I didn't fully account for the coordination costs. Pat, talk to me. What are we talking about? Like I didn't factor in the cognitive load. Like mentally, I have to not only financially be prepared for my growth, but mentally, you have to be prepared for this growth, right? I see you, family. Thank you. I appreciate you with the love on YouTube as well. Thank you. So I didn't factor in the cognitive load. Like I assumed we all know what assumption does. Assumptions make ass out of you, right? I assumed that my productivity would scale at the same rate as my ambition. I know a lot of people are like that. I feel like I'm taking people to church. Oh, praise the Lord, let's go. I feel like I'm taking people to, but that's where I felt, right? I assumed that my productivity would scale at the same rate as my ambition, but that's not the case. It doesn't normally happen like that. Like money doesn't eliminate work. It redistributes it, right? So that's something that I had to understand and process. Maybe you're already there. Maybe you're rocking with me. You're like, Pat, I understand it. You know, I've already been through that. Well, it's great. Kudos for you. I'm there. Like I'm struggling right now. Like I hired a landing page designer. We talked about that. That created feedback cycles for me, meaning there's involvement that come with that, schedules, communications, things that I got to sign off on, right? I hired a back-end architect, right, to fix all my back-end systems. That created documentation cycles, additional feedback, feedback loops, things that I needed to upload, things I needed to check off. I started with Instagram coaching. I shared that with you guys, right? I started with an Instagram coach 2 weeks ago. That created implementation cycles. There was courses I needed to watch. There's like 50 courses that I needed to watch. And every course ranges anywhere from 5 minutes to 25 minutes, right? There's courses I needed to watch. There's homework that they assigned me that I needed to do. There's study. There's tools that I needed to invest in. All that was part of the equation in a short span of time. Guys, y'all know this. Family, y'all know this. We kicked this thing off January the 11th, right? This is March the 4th. So what does that mean? What's the message coming in? This is March the 4th. What does that mean? So we're not even a good 60 days into this thing, and I'm feeling the angst, but we got a big goal. Build $1 million framework in 1 year, build a 50,000 ecosystem, and do that also in 1 year as well, right? So every decision that I made was 100% right, but each right decision added execution load for me. Like there's more stuff that I got to do, and the hidden drain that comes with that. Here's a hidden drain that comes with everything that I'm doing, and you may have heard this term before, which is context switching. What does that mean? I'm not talking about code switching. Like, I go from being Patrick Hart to, hey, I'm Patrick Hart and nice to meet you. No, we're not talking about code switching. I'm talking about context switching. What does that mean? That means 1 hour. And I mean, y'all let me know if you guys are in this as an entrepreneur, small business owner, mid-level professional. Y'all let me know if y'all going through that same thing, right? Context switching. What does that mean? What does that mean, Pat? What the hell are you doing? That means 1 hour, I'm over here reviewing automation flows. The next hour, I'm thinking about hook structures and reels. Then I go to editing the landing page copy, right? Then I'm answering DMs because, I get a lot of DMs after this. Then I'm answering DMs. Then I'm mapping out my pricing structure. Then the constant switching, it's expensive. Like it really, really is, because we know time costs you money. It's not the hours that be draining people. It's the fragmentation that you're going from here to here to here to here. We all feel that as entrepreneurs, right? Where do we focus our energy? Where do we spend the most time? What's going to add the most value? That's where I'm at today, family. That's where I'm at today. And I feel it. And it's emotional. Like it's decision fatigue. You ever been there? Like you make a decision. You're like, damn, I got to make another decision. 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 No one said being an entrepreneur was going to be easy. Nobody ever told you it was going to be easy. But in your head, you thought, man, as long as I show up, as long as, I make the right decisions, that everything is going to be smooth sailing. No. Being an entrepreneur doesn't mean you're not working anymore. It just means you're working on the thing that's most valuable or most important to you, right? That's what we're doing. So that's exactly what I'm doing. It's the guilt when deliverables sit untouched. You ever felt like that? Like, people waiting on you, but you can't deliver because you're constrained on your time. Like, that's where I'm at right now. It's the pressure of knowing that the vendors are waiting on me. Like my business, and I got people that I hired waiting on me. Like I'm paying them for work, but they're still waiting on me. You ever felt like that before? Man, come on. Don't let me be the only person in here. Y'all show me some love. Let me know what the hell you got going on. Listen, it's the quiet fear of losing momentum. That's where I'm at right now. Because I feel like, okay, I know I'm going to rush through this thing. I know we're going to build this $1 million ecosystem. I know we're going to have 50,000 subscribers by a year in. I know we've made the right decisions and investments for our company, but I still feel like I'm losing momentum, like because I'm a one-person show. You ever been a solopreneur and you're trying to do everything special in a short amount of time? I got the family on my back wanting to spend time with me. I got vendors wanting some of the stuff that I'm paying for. I got decisions. I got DMs. I got people that I'm coaching. I mean, there's all kind of stuff that I'm actually doing. I'm actually going through coaching myself. That's a lot. So I expanded my commitments before expanding my capacity. You ever been there, family? You made a commitment before you was like 100% ready for it mentally. Like I haven't expanded my capacity, but I've expanded more commitments. So that's my lesson that I got right now. Let's talk about what did I find out, Pat? What is this? Well, you know who's the bottleneck is in my business right now? And maybe it's in yours, but you know who the bottleneck in your business is right now? For me, it's me. I'm the bottleneck. Let me say this plainly 100% out loud so you guys know that this is legit. I'm the bottleneck. Every system flows through me. Every approval flows through me. Every answer has to be given by me. I see you, family. Was that Super Shine? Oh, Super Shine. I like it. Thank you, family. I see you. Every approval, every answer, every strategy call has to come through me, right? Every piece of feedback I need to improve. And that's the constraint. Like I feel constrained right now. And any system, growth is limited by the narrowest point. And right now, I'm the nearest point in my bandwidth. I need to change that. I 100% need to change that. If I'm going to build this $1 million framework and do it in public and create an ecosystem, I got to change that right now, right? The Instagram coach right now is waiting on me because I haven't followed their correct structure. Here's the thing about getting a coach. When you get a coach and you're paying for a coach, you need to follow the structure. They're coach for a reason, right? And, you know, a lot of times we think, oh, we know more than the coach. I've been doing this and blah, blah. I'm an executive and, you know, I made millions of dollars in my life and I did all these good things, but you don't want to follow the coach because your ego is telling you that you're better than what you are. Out of here. Are you serious? Come on now. So my coach is telling me, hey, Pat, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to do that. And they're waiting on me. So right now I'm preventing my growth when it comes to my coach. My back-end architect is waiting on responses from me. When you're building your back-end system, you have to be actively involved in every freaking decision in your business, right? If you're going to set up your structure right, your communication, your talking points, the value adds, all that needs to be part of that back-end structure. So I got my back-end architect. He's like, Pat, I need this, I need that, I need that. And I got my Instagram coach saying, I need this, I need this, I need that. I need you to do this, I need you to do that. The landing page right now is somewhat stalled because I haven't finalized feedback. He just slid in my DMs the other day and just asked, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? I was like, yeah, I can get to that. I can get to that, but I haven't got to that yet, right? So as an entrepreneur, small business owner, I just want to pause and say this. Listen, I see you, family. Been there, done that. I'm still doing it. And hopefully you guys get something out of this to share with you what the hell is going on behind the scenes so we can grow this thing together. Let me pause really quick because I see more and more people coming in. Let me say thank you, family, for coming in. I do these every single day, noon Central Standard Time. They're only 30 minutes long, right? We're on episode 38. What does that mean? There's 37 additional episodes that you may have missed out on, right? Go back to the Building $1 Million playlist that I created on YouTube. You can watch those for free while they're still there. Today, we're talking about the entrepreneur's overload, right? So we're getting into that. The other thing, too, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, sign up for the newsletter. Secondly, invite other like-minded individuals like you to these. I do these every single day, noon Central Standard Time. We'll get back to the talking points. Nothing is broken. It's just me. Like they're waiting on me. My capacity is limited. You ever been there as an entrepreneur? That's where I'm at right now. I see you, family, but capacity is limited. And I can see the psychology layer too. Pat, what are we talking about? There's the control bias. Like it feels faster if I handle it myself. There's that perfectionism. You ever been there? Small business owner, entrepreneur, you feel like if I don't touch it, it doesn't go right. Or I need to put my hand on it, or I visibly need to see it. Like I'm there too. Like I feel perfection. I need to give perfection. I want it done right. And you always hear the saying, if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. Well, that ain't always true, but it feels like it's true, right? That's the identity attachment. That's what I want to get away from as I create my $1 million playbook for you guys. I got to get away from identifying that it has to be me and then lean into becoming a CEO for you guys and for myself so we can get to that next level. So that's where I'm at right now. Like I built this thing, but indispensably, it doesn't scale me, right? Being the central member to do everything, it feels powerful, but it's the enemy of expansion. And I want to get away from being my own personal enemy at this point. Like, I basically made myself the traffic light at every intersection. You ever been there? Like, it don't turn green and nothing is moving until I make a decision. I don't want that to happen in my business, and I don't want that to happen for you, right? So here's what this means for me financially right now. Every delay compounds. We should know that much. All my launches, they get pushed back because of my capacity. All my automations, they get pushed back because of my capacity. All my optimizations, they get pushed back because of my capacity. Like, the bottleneck isn't emotional right now. It's not that I'm drowning in emotions where I feel like this, I'm overwhelmed or I can't do this. It's mechanical. It's understanding there's shit that I need to do. The systems need to be upgraded in order to get to that next level. So let me say this really quick. Thank you guys for coming in, because more and more people are coming in. Let's move on. Am I still happy? Absolutely. I'm still happy with what I'm doing. I'm still happy with every decision that I'm making, but I need to balance. I need to balance this. I don't regret any of it, right? The way I look at this right now, and this is the positive mindset, and I share it with you. Maybe you guys are always glass half full versus half empty. I'm like that every single day. I'd rather be positive than negative, because I feel like more positive things will happen to me if I lean into the positivity versus the negativity. But some people operate different. Me, I'm always the glass half full. So the way that I look at this right now, the way I process this is short-term compression, right? Or long-term architecture. I'm in the construction zone, and it's messy and it's not profitable yet, but I'm trying to get there. So there's a difference between questioning the direction that you're going and feeling the altitude. I'm not doubting the direction. That's not what I'm doing. I'm adjusting the elevation. And this is where a lot of us get stuck as small business owners, entrepreneurs. We start doubting or questioning the direction that we're going. I think you picked the right direction. You're smart enough to know what develops for your business. It's just adjusting your altitude. How high can I go? How fast can I get there? Summer deconstruction. Oh, come on, man. Constructing. I appreciate the love, family. What's up? Hey, thank you for rocking with your boy too, because I know you've been behind the scenes. Thank you for rocking with your boy. I appreciate that. So there's a difference between questioning the direction and feeling the altitude. I'm not doubting my direction at this point. I'm adjusting the elevation. How high can I go? How fast can I get there? When the landing page actually pops off, that should move our conversion from 2% to 4%. That doubles our efficiency, right? So we're going to get there. We already know we got a landing person to do that, right? When our back-end systems gets properly automated, it's going to increase the lifetime value of our customer by 20%. That revenue begins to compound, right? So we're going to get there. We're just not there yet. When the Instagram strategy actually begins to pop, right? And we start increasing our traffic by 30%, that multiplies everything. Are we there yet? No, we're going to get there. I still got to go run through my courses. I still got to do the work. I still got to show up. I still got to answer all these calls. I still got to respond to DMs. I still got to do all this stuff, right? Those gains, they don't stack linearly. They multiply, right? And this is what we're trying to get to. That's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to get things to multiply. I see all my family coming in. Thank you, family, for showing love. And I'm also building tolerance for complexity. I think this is where a lot of entrepreneurs fail too, is we don't have the tolerance for bullshit. And it's not bullshit. It's just shit that we need to work on, right? So I'm building the tolerance for all the complexity that comes with being a business owner. And I think this is important to remember as a business owner or an entrepreneur. You're building yourself while you're building something special, right? So give yourself some grace. And this is what I keep reminding myself. I'm building something special. Like, I guess the complexity is what I want to share with you. This is what you're building is your leadership muscle, right? And your leadership muscle is normally mentally, right? Most people retreat at this stage. You're at that stage where you've done some awesome things. You start generating a little bit of revenue. You know where you need to go. You know the things that needs to happen. But all the complexity, the weight that comes along with it is like tiring. It's overwhelming. You're thinking, I'm never going to get there. You see other people like you that look like you and they're accelerating, right? But what we don't realize is how long they've been at this shit, how they've been working on it, right? Not because the strategy is wrong, because the pressure exceeds or exposes our limits. This is what entrepreneurship is about. So if I'm keeping it 100 with you guys, if you're on your own business or you're trying to do your own business or you're trying to become an entrepreneur, some of this is mentally accepting all the stuff that's going to come along with that playbook, right? So this is why I'm sharing it with you as well. I told you I was going to be an open book. I told you I was going to share the good, the bad, the ugly, the conversations, the systems, the automations, the price points, everything. That's exactly what I'm doing. So family, what I'm telling you right now is I'm stressed. In a good way, but I'm stressed. I'm at my capacity and in a good way. And I got to figure things out, right? Because I'm building $1 million playbook and I'm building in public. That pressure is exposing my limits. And I'm trying to get past that pressure so I can reach new heights and elevation. Boy, I feel like a pastor today. Can I get an amen in here? Amen. I'm not retreating. Hopefully, you're not retreating as well. Even though I'm sharing this with you, I'm frustrated, but I'm not retreating. I see you, family. Thank you. All right, so let me say this because I'm gonna wrap this thing up. You know your boy like to talk, so let me try to land this thing. So where I'm at right now, my immediate reality right now, what needs to happen for me? This week forced an important decision for me, right? And just like last week, and forced some important purchases that I needed to make. But this week, I mean, I'm midway through the week, and I have 3 paths that I can choose from right now. 3 paths, and maybe you're there as a business owner or mid-level professional, whatever. I got 3 paths that I need to address right now, and maybe you tap in on this one. 3 paths. One is I can either slow everything down and see what happens. Maybe that's what you would do. I think Envy, appreciate you, family. 2, I can hire somebody immediately, right? I can do that, or I can redesign how I operate. So slow everything down, hire immediately, or redesign how I operate. Those are the 3 that I can do this week. Let's talk about it. Slowing down protects my energy, but it sacrifices my momentum. Remember, we got big goals: $1 million and 50,000 subscribers, and to do it in 12 months. So I don't know if slowing down is the right decision for me. Maybe it is for you. Hiring now, I can hire somebody right now. It's going to protect my momentum, but it adds short-term management chaos, right? Do I want to do that? Do I? I can redesign my workflow and preserve both if I execute it with discipline. So now discipline may be part of it. I see you, XJ. Thank you, family. Listen, hiring isn't just relief, it's a responsibility. So if I lean in that way, it's a responsibility to hire somebody, because now you got to train them, you got to coach them, you got to give them the playbooks, the SOPs, the documentations. They got to do everything right. Not to mention onboarding, right? I got onboarding, oversight, you know what I'm saying? Make sure they're doing things right. That's another system layer onto what I'm already feeling compressed about and my schedule. So hiring right now may not be the best decision for me. So you know what I'm doing? I'm sequencing. What does that mean? I'm not avoiding help. I'm sequencing it. And what I actually need right now isn't more people. I need a tighter focus. I need to get more focus. I need to focus on the things that I know is going to generate what I'm trying to get at. So I'll talk about it. So I've implemented response window. What does that mean, Pat? I see you, Michael. Thank you, family. These vendors, they get structured replies. Okay, this is my sequence. Vendors are going to get a structured reply. My DMs are going to be batched. So I start batching my DMs. The other thing too is strategic decisions. They get time blocked. So I want to block my time where I only focus on certain things in that time block. I think a lot of people miss this right here. They just like, okay, I got 24 hours to work with. Let's see what happens. Sometimes we got to get super dialed in with our time if we're trying to accomplish the thing. That's where I'm at now. I understand I got to get super dialed in to get to where I'm at. That shift moves me from being reactive to an executive mode, right? And this is where I'm trying to get to, an executive. Like, I've been there before. I used to be an executive for a technology company, but that entrepreneurial game is a totally different game. Like, there's new stuff that you got to learn. I see you, Manny. Thank you. There's new stuff that you got to learn. So let me wrap this thing up. Let me land this plane. Right now, I'm redesigning my workflows and leaning into prioritization. So here's what's next. Here's the reset for me. I ask myself, what 20% of actions am I doing that drives 80% of the results? Maybe you've asked yourself that too, but this is what I'm asking myself. What 20% of actions are driving 80% of my results? Like, I'm going to focus more on content creation. This is what I told myself. And because you remember, I hired an Instagram coach, right? That Instagram coach is going to help me drive traffic to my landing page. My landing page is going to actually drive traffic to my newsletter. My newsletter is going to drive traffic to my buyers. My buyers are going to drive traffic to my fans. My fans are going to drive referrals. This is going to increase my business. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to stick with the content angle. Everything else at this point is maintenance for me. Maintenance keeps things stable. It doesn't create growth at this point. So I know I got to do that much. So I'm choosing velocity over perfection. Perfection is luxury for stable systems. My system is not stable. Your system is probably not stable, right? So we're not trying to be perfectionists. I'm in a build phase right now. I got to build things out. I've restructured my days intentionally. So in my mornings, I move 3 projects forward. No distractions. Phone off, TV off, everything off. Let's work on 3 projects. Midday, I create and publish content. Okay, so just like noon, I'm creating and publishing content. By the afternoons, I handle critical communication. And then in the evening, I start batching my admin work. Okay, I'm aligning my energy with tasks instead of stacking tasks randomly. All right, and I'm setting boundaries for myself. I think this is a crucial part that we miss as entrepreneurs. We can't say yes to everything. We can't answer everything. We can't respond to everything. Sometimes we got to set a boundary and create this quiet space that we can get into so we can focus on what we need to, right? So constant accessibility for me doesn't scale, right? Structured access does. This is where I'm getting to, structured access. So by week 11, the back end should be live. By week 16, the landing page is going to start converting. By month 3, Instagram, the work that we're going to start doing there should start compounding. So right now is a temporary compression for the permanent expansion that I'm looking to create. So I can live with the compression a little bit, but I can tell you what, that compression is compression. I mean, I feel it. Like, this is the mindset that I must carry. Maybe you're carried as well, but this is the mindset that I must carry for things to work out in my favor. Let me end here. Let me say this because I know I'm right at time. Growth isn't about making bigger moves. A lot of us think that, man, I got to make bigger moves. I got to make splash. I got to do this, blah, blah, blah. It's about becoming the person who can carry them. And this is where I'm at right now. Can I start lifting my weights? Can I start mentally getting myself together? Can I start collaborating with the right people? Can I start freeing up my space? Can I start removing myself from situations that drain my time as well as my energy? So I am not drowning anymore. I'm start adapting. This is where I'm trying to get to. The bottleneck for me, maybe it's for you, is a signal, and I'm not responding to it. All right. This is where discipline meets execution. And guess what we're doing every single day? We're hustling 25/8. I'm about to land this thing and close this thing out because you know these only 30 minutes episodes. Today we streamed across all the channels, right? If you haven't signed up for the newsletter yet, sign up for the newsletter. We're growing that thing to 50,000. What are we teaching there? Mid-level professionals and entrepreneurs how to reach that next level in your career success. Former healthcare executive, former military guy. I mean, now I'm an entrepreneur. I've been there, done that, been all these things. And now I'm showing you in public exactly, giving you the playbooks so you too can follow that same playbook. The other thing too, noon Central Standard Time every single day. Invite other like-minded individuals like yourself to this so we can hustle together. Family, I'll see you on the other side. I appreciate you, family. I'll see you until next time. Let's keep getting it.